Well, you're not taking over at Brentwood, though. I found that kind of odd.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, eh?
I thought I had to search up the street on Transit 55. They show all the time points. They star them. And I'm like, okay, I see what she means.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised too when I saw that. I was like, okay, well, whatever.
Good to see you today.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Man, when you took Monday off, I wasn't shocked because I know I'm the same way. I just don't like Mondays. Where you were like, I saw you set me at 7:30, and when I woke up in the afternoon, I saw it.
Okay, yeah.
How was your last week's work?
It was alright, yeah. Okay, yeah.
The thing I don't like about the 408 is the Valley Ridge Terminal. It's not really a terminal, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's better than what it used to be. It used to be just like all like just mud in there. At least now it's a bit better.
But I mean, they call it a terminal, which I don't understand. It's just like a roundabout.
Yeah. Turn around, really.
You got your favorite XD40s. I know you like those.
Yeah, I did. I did okay with my buses. I had something wrong with one of them. Let me think.
Your air system or something? Was it change offable? Did you?
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Well, I hate the XD40s anyway. They're lame. Worst new flyers we have in our fleet.
Yeah, it was so rattly. I couldn't, no matter what I did, like it was massively rattly, and then there was something happening behind me that was rattling. It was, yeah.
When you're always on the bus, why does it happen to you? Hey, give Stacy this one and she'll like. At least the you know our Arctic Excelsiors.
Yeah.
At least they have an Ellison transmission, and they're so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I didn't mind that route though. It was alright.
The 408's pretty good, and if you go to Valley Ridge Terminal, Google messes up because she gets confused with the construction.
Oh yeah. Okay.
408 is not a bad route though.
No, it's alright. It was the first day. I was just, it felt like there wasn't enough time. But I think it was also just really busy on Monday. And then after that, I kind of got into
I would rather do something nice out of Vic Park rather than the 408 though, if I was a bus driver.
Yeah.
Plus on the 408, if you're out of Spring, you get all the crappy how was the transmission on takeoff though? Was it jerky?
No, it was all good. Yeah, they were okay with the last week's buses.
Yeah.
Just that real squeaky one.
So did you get someone from Spearboard to do your run, I guess?
There's somebody who had the day off, so they could work on a day off. Yeah.
Oh, so they picked up a shift, right?
Yeah. Just didn't work really. Concentrated to work for
that's pretty decent.
Yeah, it's
And I remember you telling me that you were gonna have a Nova, so I know it wasn't the Arctic key. But I mean, for this route, I remember you telling me that you were gonna have Novas. I feel like they need the Arctic key on the other key, right? That was so busy the last time you did the 82. That was in the summer, wasn't it?
Wasn't it? Yeah, I was trying to think when it was. It must have been the summer.
Last year.
Yeah.
You had that bus where there was no ABS, you lost it.
Oh, yeah.
You have 10 minutes up at Shoppers.
Well, they actually changed the time point. So now it's like further, you know how you go up that big hill?
Yeah.
Kind of way it's before the Shoppers. It's like 2 stops before the Shoppers.
Why wouldn't they just keep it at Shoppers?
Well, I think it was just causing a lot of traffic tie-ups, you know?
Oh, yeah, okay. But it wouldn't be bad at night.
Yeah, it's...
But then even then you got people coming in and out.
Yeah.
Are you buying your energy, just for a joke, are you buying those energy shot drinks?
No, because I don't have time there anymore. Now when I get up to that point, I've already had my 10 minutes, you know what I mean? Yeah, so no more time there. I would otherwise.
I was waiting for that answer.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're tired, say if you're working on a Monday, that's the perfect thing for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wanted to ask you, after today, is it 2 weeks or 1 week before vacation for you?
Vacation is next week. Yeah.
Okay.
Looking forward to that. I've already got someone to work for me on Friday as well.
Oh, you're taking Friday off too. Why not, right? I never asked because I didn't see you last week. How did your rest of your 149 go as well?
It was good actually. I like that route. I would do it again, no problem.
But were you able to get it down pat on Friday? You didn't have to keep looking at your...
Yeah, actually, yeah, I got it figured out.
You had 7901 again
Oh yeah, yeah.
that week, didn't you?
Yeah.
Was the retarder still the same? Was it still...
Yeah, it was.
You had 7901, I think, on Monday and Thursday of that week. We're by the high school here. What high school is this again? Winston Churchill, right? Students you would see out of here this round is the ones that have spares.
Well, I think they're still writing exams. So I haven't had any students having buses lined up. So,
Oh, you know what? I completely forgot about that.
yeah,
Exam week.
that's been good.
Jam Week runs, I think, until the very end. I will comment, I don't like ZF transmissions, but and you're a good driver, so that helps. This transmission is not bad today. The one I had yesterday, 8008, the downshifting was terrible. And I did not have a bad driver. But you know when you are shifting down and braking, the transmission was slipping a couple of gears, like it wasn't downshifting properly. I honestly just hate a bus like that.
What route were you on?
I was doing the 41.
What's the 40? Which 40? Is that Parkland?
Linwood.
Oh,
I know you haven't done it for a while. Remember when your week was crazy, you would do half a trip here, half a trip there? Like maybe one trip on the 36. One trip there. That's when you did it last.
yeah. Too much Glenmore on that part of Glenmore. I didn't like that one.
But you know why I choose it? Because of Glenmore.
Oh yeah.
The driver was going about over 90k on it yesterday.
Oh dear.
Some drivers do that, like they see no traffic in front of them and they boot her. But that's when there would be a cop, right? That's why you try to keep, and you want to go faster, but that's why you keep it at 80. Because that's the day where there would be a cop, right? And they have those radar thingies in their vehicles. And dash cam. Are you out of Vic Park here soon again? Oh, jeez. I was thinking of that today, actually. Because they only give you like a 4-day notice thing. Thursday. That's why I email you on like a Saturday, because that's perfect timing. These Novas do not pull very good uphill. If you had a VP bus, she would be just huffing. But I mean, with a VP bus, you could probably go 80, no problem. Up the hill, it would probably have no. Remember on the 11 though, you gave her a little too much uphill, and then we had a slight leak. See, after the hill, it gets up to 80, no problem. I was kind of happy you got the 82. If it's a nice week, this route is pretty good. But except when it snows, that's when it's... Enjoy this weather while you can, because next week it's gonna be a little turn. But pardon?
It's gonna be like 25 for me all week next week. Plus 25.
Oh my god. You're going somewhere, are ya? Oh. Where's my plane ticket? You know I'm just teasing you. Right, you mentioned that to me, right? So it's not like for a vacation you're just staying home. It's not one of those. Are you taking the dogs?
No, I have my friend who I work with. He's gonna come and stay with them for the week.
What's he up to this week?
Well, he's a spare board guy.
So he might be working out. Oh, right. Since he's older and has quite a bit of experience, by this point I'm used to the guys or girls being signed.
Oh yeah, no, he likes spare board though. He really likes it.
Well, why not? Why quit if you why quit spareboard if you like it? Now for you, that wouldn't be your friend. Because you might have to get up at 2:33 in the morning.
Yeah, he doesn't like that. And he likes when they give him like a big 10-hour day or 10, 11 hours. I'm like,
I asked George about spareboard. He's like, no, I was done that a long time ago.
yeah, it's not for everybody. Some people really like it.
Did he say what he did when you were when he was over?
No, not really.
On your days off, I wonder if he would take your work for a week though, if he wanted to. Oh, someone got nabbed. Oh geez, there's two of them. Might have been a fender bender maybe. Oh no, there's only one. Okay. We're getting more of these in, by the way. A bunch of them are at Stony, but on Transit 55, they show up that there's no info because they haven't been painted or, you know. Well, I finally got a confirmation 7750 is retired. Honestly though, you know, it becomes to be a part thing after a while too. And if something breaks down, Like, I mean, that private owner, Kent, he owns 7632. When his bus breaks down, he said it's harder to find parts because it's a 1996, right? But he's like, that's why I bought it, because it was one of the stronger units in the 1996 fleet. 7632 is still going really strong. You'll be surprised. There's a school run. Might be, it's a junior high run then, I think. You said you were finished with school runs a long time ago. Four more? How did you find that out?
Well, the new sign up, we're starting our sign up pretty soon, so they posted it all for work.
Oh, so they added more, even more. Vic Parrott, a lot of people are gonna have to start working out of there then. VP seems to be taking over. Down south, it used to be all VP. But that's the way it should be for the drivers down south.
Yeah, well, there's still no school runs out of Anderson at all yet. So that's kind of...
What?
No school runs, like, quite a bit of work that's still not done everywhere else.
I've seen Anderson buses on school runs, but that might be just spare board work from like any garage. So there is no school. I beg to differ on that, because I've seen a lot of Anderson buses on school runs, but as I said, that might be any garage work.
Yeah, well, that's straight from the union lady that does the sign up. So she was like, no school runs, no school specials.
Well, whatever they do with the school runs, they can have it. It doesn't affect you. But Anderson's getting a lot more work each sign up, which is, like, I think the runs are up to 140 plus now, like you said, right? From 75. What's the capacity at Anderson, the sign up, percentage wise? They started with 50% capacity. That's a huge climb compared to last sign up.
Yeah, it's getting better.
You know what though, one D40LF I really don't like is 7972. If you ever get that one, it's a piece of shit, I'll tell you right now. like I said, every time I've seen it, it was broken down. Like the first sign up out of Anderson, it was broken down 3 times I saw it.
Really?
And then a couple times I was on it. One time we had a hot transmission lights. And then second time I got on it, 10-second delay. It only happened once, but the transmission would not shift into second gear. But the first time I actually saw it, it was doing the 78, but it broke down. And it was going in the Sundance direction. But it was sitting there, no one was on it. Driver left it there because he had already gotten his change off bus. So that bus is very peachy, and I don't mean in a good way. Sometimes you have a bus that just doesn't run properly. And I know you don't like the Winnipeggers in general.
Well, I think there's really only one that has the really bad doors. So maybe I don't not like all of them, just that one. But also I don't like them in the summer because I feel like they're hotter than the other ones.
You said you drove 79, 75. That's the only one you really liked, though. That was the one that one Winnipeg bus that you didn't mind at all.
Right. Yes, that one wasn't bad. Well, whenever I see one coming, I'm like, oh, no.
And you got one 7964. You said that one also wasn't bad.
That was okay. Alright, there's 2. How many are there? Like 4 or 6?
7963 to 7980.
I think 7,
Pardon?
So there's like 7 of them?
No, 7963 to 7980 are all Winnipeg buses.
Oh, wow, I didn't know there were that many.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's why they're so exclusive, right? Because they're the rarest part of the fleet as far as old buses go. And you know what? A lot of them are pretty quick. That's not the problem. But for a 2006, you would think they would have a power door.
Yeah. I just think that's...
Calgary Transit did the smart thing. Winnipeg, they were originally built for Winnipeg, but Winnipeg talked to Calgary Transit. It's like, we have enough buses. Do you guys want these? So Calgary Transit took them. And that's a smart investment, though.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Mind you, I'm talking to you about Winnipeggers.
Yeah, exactly. If they would have just either put better doors or a power door.
I find the retarders on some of them are very grabby, too. Would you want to drive a 7600 today if they still had them?
Sure, bring it on. Drive a Jimmy.
damn seat, right? It's driving me nuts. You know how on some of the buses they want to come down just randomly? When you drive, do you drive with a cool cushion when you drive these? Like,
I have my own little cushion that I bring.
yeah.
But I use a cool cushion in the summer.
Pardon?
I use one in the summer.
The one thing about having these in the summer, the AC is so nice. If you're working down at Vic Park, sorry, we don't have any air-conditioned buses. How is your CAD today? Is everything working?
Yep, it's working fine.
So make sure you stop at your time points.
I want to get in trouble. I got in trouble last week, actually.
No, you didn't. What happened?
Well, no, I think did I see you last week? No, I think, yeah, it was at that First Valley Ridge terminal one. And like, because normally you don't have any time, right? So it happened that I had time and I didn't even look. So I got to the other terminal and the controller's like, yeah, so just curious. Running a little bit hot? I'm like, yes, I am. I'm so sorry. I'll just sit here and wait. He's like, okay, no problem. So yeah, it wasn't a big deal, but
How early were you?
like 2 minutes.
But I mean, you're not used to having time at that time point because you never, get it. So you're like, you just assume you just go that you're right on time.
Yeah, I didn't even look. I mean, my bad.
I would have roasted you if I was on last week.
It was also like, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's like, you're dropping off, you're not picking up at that time.
You're picking up the odd, but...
Yeah, but like,
Oh, at the Valley Ridge terminal, you hardly ever pick up. But there's still a stop there because you never know when someone's gonna hop on the bus. It's, the second last stop going to Valley Ridge, that's when you do your picking up at the second last. And up at Valley Ridge Terminal, they never give you any time. Like, you're in at 52 and you're out at 52, for example. But I mean, it makes sense. There's nothing there really than a bus stop. It's so amazing how you go from 7901 when I was in the back and it's so loud, the engine, to this. It's almost fascinating.
Yeah, pretty quiet. This bus is pretty good. I like this one.
And I never thought I would say this about this one, and I'm not a Nova guy, but 8404 is running well. Mind you, if there was a D40LF for a change off and you got changed off with a 7600, that would be overwhelming for me, especially when we're going at that 80K part. don't you hate that? But it might be a thing. There might be something they need to tighten the screw or something. I will say I feel the retarder a little bit, but that's just normal. I hardly feel it. Mind you, you're not a bad driver. That's why you got your bus license.
Yeah.
So it's here.
Yeah, kind of weird, eh?
Well, I mean, this would make more sense. You're not holding up traffic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess this is your 10-minute layover here instead of over there.
Yep. Not as much action over here. But nobody's honking at us, so that's good.
You could always run and get yourself one of those things.
I mean, I could go to Staples and get some paper. Maybe a nice pack of pens. I don't know.
Matt, I like Edmonton's color scheme.
Yeah, they're nice.
Oh, I wanted to tell you the rest of their 2001s are killed off. They have no more. They're either parting them out. But I mean, in 2022, I think they only had 10 to 15 left running.
Oh, yeah?
And they got them new electrics. Them potato buses like Daniel calls them. Remember he was on the 11 with us and telling us how much he hates the electric
Oh,
Viteras.
that's right. Yeah.
He doesn't like these either, I don't think. He's an old.
He's old school.
I have an Edmonton bus and man, it sounds so good. 4366. You know when you drive 7750? It has a similar axle except it's a 2003. Man, that thing screams.
Oh, okay.
And fun fact about 4366, they switched it to that axle 4 or 5 years ago. The axle it has now was not original.
No.
Sometimes you gotta switch out axles, like the axle would break. And there's been a few buses here where the axle would probably snap at times. What's that noise? It sounds like salt is hitting the...
I just turned the heater on. So it's just sort of getting fired up a bit.
I guess we're out of here. How many minutes do you get back at Brentwood if you're...
Oh, I got like that thing.
2?
Yeah, it's
Well, man, and what if you have to go to the washroom or something, right?
well, I'm gonna go to the Canadian Tire and go to the washroom right now. There's no, if I go at Brentwood, it'll make me like 10 minutes late.
Oh, wow. They should give you at least 5 to 7 minutes, so if you run behind, it's only by a couple.
Like, I need 7 minutes, you know, and then, like, I'm quick. I'm like running up the stairs, walking fast.
But I mean, you need that time.
They just, nope,
Like on the 78, you were like running to, you know.
Yeah, I mean, but at least the washroom wasn't like up 4 flights of stairs.
I wanted to tell you, when you go to Chaparral, you don't go on the cloud anymore, I don't think. But you know the 194 that replaced the 444?
Yeah.
It still goes on the cloud trail. But it's no, but they have shuttle on it. When it's not rush hour, but when rush hour comes, they have, they put a big bus. And you know what? The 78 has 4 buses on it during rush hour. 2 going to Chaparral, 2 going to Sundance. So during rush hour, it must run every 15 minutes. So what you do when you go to Chaparral, you know when you go to Silverado, you turn left? And that's the way you go into Chaparral. And a lot of my bus fans are, because we like the high speed, I'm like, I miss this route when it used to go on the cloud. And the 167 still goes on the cloud. Can you do that pretty quick in and out if you go to Canadian Tire?
Well, I can time you.
Yeah.
I can do it in about 5 minutes.